is a video of the Aurora Borealis, right? So this was real footage, and this is taking place in Finland. And so I was sitting there and I was looking at this, and the minute that I looked at this video, right, a complete entire lesson like popped into my head, because this is one of the many marvels, right, that I always tell myself, I'm like, man, I'll probably never get to see something like the Aurora Borealis. Like, I don't even know what the hell, they have explanations for what it is, but when you look at this thing, it's like, I don't know what the hell this is, man. But this is one of the many, many mysteries, right, that the Most High has set up all over the earth. And you notice it's always the Edomites who always have the pleasure of being able to participate and see these things and travel. They're always posting the Instagram videos and everything. I seen a video the other day of some chick. She was like bungee jumping in this big, huge valley, huge rolling green hills and cliffs and waterfalls. It was like the most beautifulest thing you ever see. And here, what do these devils do? They go out there and they kill giraffes and shit and tear their heart out, and then post a picture online talking about my husband, my boyfriend got this for me for Valentine's Day. You people are despicable, man. You live a life of luxury, bungee jumping and skydiving and walking around this earth in flip-flops, killing majestic animals like a giraffe. What the hell did a giraffe ever do to you that you had to tear its heart out and probably ate that shit? Esau, man. Esau, eat them. This is what you do with the earth. So the thing is, and this is why they're salty, because all these mysteries, right? All these modern marvels and the ancient marvels and mysteries and secrets. Okay, what's not revealed to us now is destined, is Israel's destiny to behold all these things, right? I mean, there's so much that we haven't seen, all types of things that are like incomprehensible. But with that faith, and patience, right? All this is the destiny of Israel. And so this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 3. And I'm going to start at 19. It says, many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. For the power of the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence. For it is not needful for thee to see with thy eyes the things that are in secret. Be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are showed unto thee than men understand. So, myself who've been blessed, the brothers out here, the prophets, the Lord's telling us, like, we have the wisdom. I mean, we have enough more wisdom than just the average man even understands. So these things that are far above our strength, we don't even need to bother with them, because, like I said, with faith and patience, all of these things are going to be given to us, right? And that's another thing that I hold dear, and I definitely believe this, right? So, and I thought about this girl, right? There's this girl, she used to come on my page, and she used to leave, because this is why Esau's mad. He forfeited all of this. He forfeited his inheritance, and that same spirit of saltiness, right? That bitterness, that murderous spirit. He's murderous. He's salty. Okay. That spirit is still here manifesting, and it reminded me of this girl, a redhead at that, right? She used to come on my page and always leave these comments. She used to leave these scriptures that were like they were completely out of context. And why don't you go to the prophets and leave that shit on their comment board? But yeah, you'll never see her leave it on any of the prophets because they'll give her the business. But for some reason, she targeted me because anytime I would make like a video of something that had to do with Israel being chosen, she come on there with them Paul Begley verses. She come on my page with them Paul Begley verses. She always kept leaving this comment, right? This one I remember. She kept saying, Yeshua divorced Israel. Or she'd be like, she said God had divorced you or something, right? But think about this. She always kept saying God divorced you. You are no longer the chosen people, right? So listen to this in Jeremiah 31:31. It says, Behold, the days come, saith the Most High, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Now, this is a future prophecy, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them. Right? We went off still when he brought us into the promised land, and in the 40 days, a lot of people died off. A lot of people complained, right? 33 says, But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Most High. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. So Esau has, he clearly, all the scriptures are directed towards Israel. But somehow this devil said that there's a new covenant and they've been invited into it, right? Okay, go ahead and present your argument. But here, listen to this. This is Jeremiah 3:23. It says, Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitudes of mountains. Truly in the Lord our power is the salvation of Israel. Once again, so it says that the Lord said that the various heathen nations are the multitude of mountains and hills and are vainly hoping for salvation, which was given to Israel only. How do you get around it? You can't, right? Acts 2:21, It shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. You can't get specifically Israel. Psalms 14:7. Oh, that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded, world without end. So how do you get around this? Truly in vain is salvation hoped for by these heathens. So that's why Esau Edom been salty as hell, leaving these comments talking about the Lord divorced you. He cast you off, right? And it's that same spirit. Think about this. The scripture says that the secret councils in Psalms 83, okay, they all come together to conspire to do what? Let us to cut off Israel. Let us cut them off from being a nation. No matter what Google Maps tells you, they can't map the entire earth. They can't measure the sea. They can't travel through space like they want you to believe. Because if they could do these things, right, the Lord would cast us off. So like, okay, Jeremiah, and this is Jeremiah 31:35. And this is what I thought about when I saw the aurora borealis. It says, Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. Listen close. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Most High, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus saith the Most High, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will cast off all the seed of Israel for all they have done. So that's why you see these devils with satellites and space stations and drones. That's why you look up there at all the hosts and the stars of heaven. You see these devils up there. And they're the ones that's destroying the earth and pushing the so-called Green New Deal. That's why you see them underground with underground cities, digging in the ground, mysterious booms all the time. These devils are trying to search for the ends of the heavens and the ends of the earth, because if they could find the ends of the earth and the ends of the sea, the Most High would cast off Israel forever. So when this devil came on my page, so when you come around talking about Yeshua, which his name ain't Yeshua, and talking about Yahweh cast off his people, what does the scripture say? He has not cast us off. If you had the choice, if you could, he gave you a choice. He said if you could think about it like this, if he gave you a choice, he said he would cast us off if you devils could find the ends of the earth and the ends of the sea, because we know you can't find it. So therefore, that cancels out Israel being cast off as a people. No, we weren't divorced. And then you keep trying to put yourself in this covenant, and clearly in Jeremiah just said that your hope and salvation is vain. Okay? Sorry, not sorry to bring it to you, but a false balance is an abomination.
So right now, there are plans that are in place, already manufacturing and getting ready for distribution. The critical thing that we want to make sure we do is that the trial itself is conducted in a way where there's equitable distribution of demographic groups, so that you know it's safe and effective in everyone. African Americans, Latinx, whites, everyone, in everyone. African Americans, Latinx, whites, everyone.
Because there may be some grand gestures offered by the current president about a vaccine.
It's everyone, in everyone. African Americans, Latinx, whites, everyone, everyone, in everyone. African Americans, Latinx, whites, everyone, everyone. African Americans, Latinx, whites, everyone, in everyone. African Americans, Latinx,